Yeah, I do think that this Navi draft feels more coherent to me, right? It's like pretty clear we don't like buildings, they're gonna go away now, right? And that's sort of the goal of this draft. And for HellRaisers, it feels like they have good individual answers to the hero that Navi is throwing out, but I don't know if it's as coherent. And I'm not trying to use coherent in a pejorative there, but it is like as sort of single-minded as Navi's draft is.
HellRaisers has some options for sure, which Navi doesn't. So that's partially why I think it's easier to just visualize what Navi's gonna do. They have one option. DK could be 3 or mid, pretty much. Other than that, it's pretty set in stone, which is a great balance to have. By the way, I love it when this is my setup for a 10th pick. When I can either pick my mid, or I can pick my off lane. When you have one of these better flexible heroes, with there being like a Viper, maybe there's certain heroes they're going to avoid. But that depends on if HellRaisers maybe lock this Viper into being a 3, just based off of what their last pick here is. If they go for like a Spirit or something.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They already have banned out 2 of them now, both teams taking 1 away from the pool. Which, again, I kind of envisaged this as a Navi mid DK. But I guess that you're right. It could just be swapped over to 3 as well. And I guess that also has more value since there's the Viper in the pool. And you might not want to sort of have this like super annoying counter against it. Puck also, another one that kind of fits the bill. And you've already got so much damage that, just drop a coil down, easy peasy.
Yeah, I really like Puck for the Navi side. I always like Puck and Terrorblade together. Not just for cheesy Terror Wave combos to snap the coil, but also just because Terrorblade just simply needs you to hold people in place and to hit them. Same thing with like Naga Siren. They just need like a little bit of help with the control element, and you're going to get that big damage out of those heroes.
I guess the downside, well, not the downside, but the thing is HellRaisers have first pick out of this last phase. So they ban out the Wind Ranger, actually. Okay. Interesting. And then we're probably just going to see a counter for Navi on the last pick. Do they want to run? Could they swap it up and do like a Timbersaw last or something? Try and bully this guy?
The big heroes. Certainly good. Ooh, is that the mid snap perhaps?
Or the mid DP?
Yeah, it's got a couple options going here.
Interesting. Is there one you like more?
I do like mid snap quite a bit. I think it looks pretty good with their heroes. Remaining. But that's also often a player thing in terms of like how proficient they are on the hero.
Right.
But that shard build is still so nice,
Oh yeah, and you just run in there and blow somebody up. I feel like Rabel did have some sort of stranger heroes that he played in the first tour when we watched it. I feel like the Nature's Prophet was one that came out a bunch, but I don't remember if he played Snap or not.
What about Invoker? Is that too wild here?
That could be fun. That gives him like some nice sort of weird control. I think that Puck is still good too, though.
That's true. Puck's still completely fine. I would like either of those heroes.
Okay.
I'd say no one pretty solid on both. More so the Puck in my mind in terms of ones that I've seen him play more often, I feel like.
Really? Okay. There it is. Let's go.
I really like their lineup. It's a nice draft. Yeah. But I don't think HellRaisers is too bad either.
Okay. Yeah, it is going to be a Rabel Snapfire now. So mid snap for HellRaisers, matchup against Puck. Kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, sounds okay. I don't think there's not too much value in the phase shift, right? It's like it's completely possible to dodge stuff, but you can just be using your spells to also be securing CS at the same time, and maybe no one gets the dodge, maybe he doesn't. You can still get some value out of your splash damage. And then when the shard comes out, I would be a little concerned about the chain stun, because we're gonna have the avalanche, we'll have the hook shot, we'll have the stun coming from the blast, and then even a silence to work with. So there is a chance that no one gets a little bit bopped if he gets caught out first, because he doesn't have a save.
Yeah, the save is like kill them first.
It's a good save.
Which that lineup
best defense, right? Strong offense.
And I think that, solo playing on the Shadow Shaman, this hero has been a menace so many times just because of that hard lockdown that you got. You sort of full control. If you can get Gil Gear in the fights, I think that's a decent take. Obviously, you want to control the other heroes, but being able to control their control means that they can't control you, which means you can control the game.
Whoa.
I know.
That's
I
deep.
try really hard. Thank you.
Yeah.
Was it?
You got the thesaurus out this morning, did you?
Yeah, well, I tried pretty hard. But let's get ready to head into this. Game number 1 on the way for the EEU DPC Decider. HellRaisers facing off against NaVi, and we may or may have some very loud sounds coming out. I'm not sure what that was, but it's fine. There's some lag in the game as well for the players, so everything's just going a little picnic mode. That's the way it starts.
I didn't hear any loud noises. What did you do?
Did you not? Oh,
No.
Maybe I just heard them. It's all a mirage, a dream in my head.
You're just breaking things over there, are you?
My bad.
We have a pause, guys. No
Okay.
panic. No pause.
Perfect.
No panic on this pause. Okay. Are there going to be any weird laning shenanigans? Doesn't look that way, huh? I guess the first thing to check out this game will probably be how they want to deal with Sweden Strong's Ench coming up into that dire safe lane, right? She's going to be running up there, looking to grab some camps. So we'll see how deep they go on the blocks.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. I was in a player perspective, so I get to do the old disconnect from Dota entirely to get back in again. That's always a classic. I love that move. But yeah, let's
That's
get
what
ready
you
to
get
head
for
into
researching.
this. No, my bad. Sorry, y'all. Let's hop into this game number 1. Get a nice up close view of that beautiful courier. Look at that thing.
Wow. It looks like it's just rolled out of bed. It's not ready for battle quite yet.
Kind of looks like a Cheshire Cat. Not the player, but like the fictional character,
Yes, I don't think that player actually looked like a cat. He did have a good brood, though, so he
Yeah.
might look like a spider.
Is that a refresher orb?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We need that more often. Little couriers holding items themselves, and then when you actually deliver the item that the courier is holding, you get like a bonus one.
Yeah, no, you get a discount, actually.
Ooh, I like it.
You got to plan your build really early.
Yeah, before you get into the game and know the way you hear you're playing.
Yeah, definitely going to need this one today. Yeah, it's going to be a refresher game for sure. Refresher is still a refreshing BKB, Gabe. Are you surprised by that? Are you waiting for that change?
You have like sort of delved into something that's deep pain for me. Because they nerfed refresher orb. They need to nerf refresher orb. Just make it not refresh BKB. It'll be great, right? No,
Not refresh BKB would actually be kind of hype. I'm not gonna lie, because then I feel like if they made it like a little bit better and I could pick it up on some heroes, then it's kind of hype to use all my spells twice, but have it still be at least a little bit risky because I don't have 10 seconds of magic immunity. Sorry, 20 seconds of magic immunity.
Yeah, I know. That's absolutely insane. I mean, the other thing too about it, right, was that like this was one of the items that gave you really good mana regen. They nerfed that part of it, and it's like, how many heroes really cared about that? And do you really care about nerfing their mana regen? Listen, I'm just mad because I'm a Darkseer player and I like to just rush refresher. It's very fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Another wonderful continued look at this beautiful cat that we've got.
Give me some other couriers here.
Can we check out a few of them? You swap over to a few different ones here. Oh, there it is.
I like the baboon. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, that's a cool looking one. All right, apparently they have a black screen, which is not great. Oh, wait a minute. He reconnected the Viper. I didn't even realize.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
This is everyone in chat. That was their face just waiting. Please. It's like when the monitor goes dark, and you just see that was the black screen that they had, and then you only see the reflection of your face. That's what your face looks like. It's just the monkey.
I feel like I don't get as much of a reflection on my screens, though. Does that mean I have bad monitors?
Well, I was thinking more like a phone, but
oh, right. That makes more sense.
yeah. Unless you're like a Counter-Strike pro who they got their face like 2 inches from the screen.
Yeah. No. That's not for us.
By
the way,
have the like the baseball catcher equivalent of like the no knees at 45. They'll have like no neck or something.
what's the no knees at 45? What's that?
You know, like catchers in baseball, they like can't even walk upstairs by the time like 45 because they spend their entire lives just chilling on their knees.
Got it. That makes sense.
Or squatting, I guess, you know?
So that's going to be the equivalent of like for the pro players that, because I think about that too with like American football players and the way that their hands are like all messed up and stuff. If you guys want to check out for all you wonderful people in chat,
that's great.
Google while we're waiting. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. Google Booger McFarland hands. Just Google that real quickly. Or don't if you don't want to be like traumatized. That's the other thing.
Yeah, you're really sending them on a mission here.
It's true. Well, we can do that now. We have the power.
That's true. We're back. Yeah, we've regained it. We have NaVi. You're all here for NaVi. You're here for HellRaisers, and you are our hostages. Perfect. Just what I needed.
You know what would be funny? Oh, there we go. Game going.
Starting the game?
Yeah, I'm not actually going to finish the sentence because it wouldn't have been funny and it was just a way to fill time. But we actually have a game ready to go now. Game number 1, NaVi facing off against HellRaisers, and the quick goals smoke on out coming from HellRaisers to start it off.
Okay, so where was I? Yes, blocking camps for enchanters. I know, very high-level stuff here. That's what I bring to the table. But it is probably the most important thing to keep an eye on in the first couple minutes of this game. But HellRaisers, thinking about going for a little sneaky smoke here. Quite a few heroes on the hunt.
Looking if they can find somebody. Oh, and that ward just spots Gilgear and Malady down on the bottom side, just within range of it. And that should stop all action heading that direction. VTune actually faked placing that ward there, maybe thinking that they had a vision up on the high ground or something.
It worked. Solo pinged it.
What?
Really?
He said enemy has vision on that pillar, so we'll see if he
Damn.
wastes a sentry. The biggest of brains.
That's really good. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, cool. They get down that ward, spotting the movement over to this side, and this should secure NaVi 2 runes, I think.
Check out the sentry that V2 put down on the bottom camp, the hard camp there for the dire off lane. He did the sneaky river sentry, so we'll see. Pretty unusual too to have the carry come and place that, and you know they kind of saw where Solo was too, so at least I think they did. Either way, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye and see if they actually get that camp opened up because that's a really tough one to spot.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you might just think like, oh, okay, he body blocked. Like I just there isn't actually a sentry, and then you come back and you're like, oh, there's still no camp, even though you're sure they didn't body block. So then you walk down to the river and you're like, oh, was this one really?
Yeah. Yeah, and particularly if you sort of get a little bit lazy with your placement and put it not like right in the middle, can be a bit of an issue. But at least for now, we'll keep our eyes on that. And it looks like Sweet and Strong on the Ench does not have that. Hard camp will have access to the medium camp in the jungle if the Ench runs over to that side. But it looks like for now, just taking a creep and then trying to go in for a little bit of right clicks there onto the DP.
Yeah, that's interesting because, as you said, like a lot of teams lately have been blocking all the way into the jungle to take that one out too from the Ench. And with Sweet and Strong having just the 1 sentry, there's the chance that at the 2-minute mark, he might be able to just like run down, D-ward, and actually get that camp open for at least 1 spawn. And then Maldi, though, bringing another sentry. So prepping already for that battle.
Yeah. Knowing that's what needs to happen. Do they get the courier snipe here?
Ooh.
Ench walking over for it. Needs one more punch, but it's not quite going to be there.
Even with 4 branches and Blightstone.
Yeah, it's not enough. Damn, dude. And
I
now
can remember I used to workshop the items you needed to 2-shot couriers depending on your hero. Because it's very useful. If you can guarantee it, including if you get like the low roll on your attack, you like smoke mid and make sure that you get it in 2.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a lot easier to kill now, though.
Yeah. Maybe just damage going up, you know? Mid, so far, very even. Both off lanes doing pretty fine. Tiny a little bit behind, but it's nothing really to write home about. And Rabel looking to try and get a couple of denies here, as well as some more of the harassment back onto no one. But it looks like for now, at least, the main thing to watch for is going to be, like, can they get those camps open, and how much pressure does the Ench put on this this top lane in a little bit here onto Watson?
Yeah, and I actually thought they might get a kill in that bottom lane earlier, but Gilgear now turning, looking for a kill himself, and just going to be some harass in the end, as the Viper's not going to be close enough for the damage. But there's always that worry that they're going to hit the meta and just, like, turn on you, but they weren't able to get it there. So Maybe at level 3 if they can like whittle someone down, but I think this might just end up being kind of a stalled out lane here where everyone's just farming up a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of been what's been in vogue recently. Unless they like go into some weird tri-lane shenanigans, it hasn't really been that many kills early across the regions I've been watching at the very least. But it does.
Oh no. Malady knocked out the courier from Lays, but by going in so deep for the kill, his own courier came out so far that Sweet and Strong then killed his courier. So
Oh no.
it's a tough game out there, you know, but it's okay. Support courier for a core courier. I think we'll take that.
Sure.
Sure.
When in the absence of kills, we can identify, you know, which is the better courier to kill. I
Well,
like
he
it.
almost has Soul Ring, and you know she almost has like Salve. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
then
fair.
again, it depends on who your carry player is, because if they're a little bit upset and you can't bring out a Salve, that could be a serious issue for the morale.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Again, back towards mid. Rabel dodges away from that orb, going 2-2, and afterwards, at least in the early going, gets a good chunk of damage there onto this puck.
That was sick. That was like 3 CS and the Scatter Blast onto the puck.
Down bottom, Gilgear. Oh, they end up going down on solo first. So a nice move in, and they managed to find first blood.
I don't think there was a hero I liked getting first blood on more than Clockwork. I feel like it was always so impactful, especially back when like phase boots were still really strong on the hero. But even now with Tranquil, I mean, look, he's got his Tranquils at 4 minutes. That feels amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. Whether you you know, can just either use it to run down those heroes or have the regen afterwards, it's going to be nice. There is another. This camp has still remained blocked this entire time. Gilgear finally brings out a sentry, but we'll see if they're able to get the D ward on it first. As Sweet and Strong able to run him down. Malady in trouble. Just an easy
The old
run down
Seed
there.
shot. The Warpine Raider.
It's really good. Yeah, I love that thing. It's so strong.
No, it showed up for the Aghanim's Labyrinth, and it just didn't go away.
No. These Ench creeps are crazy strong. He's tanked like 6 tower shots on that Warpine Raider.
Yeah, and it just like runs back out after. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got 10 armor. It's fine. Well, Malady going down at the top lane wasn't the first blood since they had the kills bottom. And then DP goes mid to refill a bottle. So, all in all, not so bad.
Now, another round of the seed shot and some punches there on a Malady underneath a ward. And already down to half HP after just TPing back into lane. I mean, this is interesting, right? The Ench versus DP support matchup. These are two of the heroes that are most highly contested, and we're seeing that, you know, you get the right creep, Sweet and Strong, he's having a good time.
All that's really missing, I guess, is the tower pressure, right? But that usually comes to the mid lane first, and kind of seems like what could be setting up for, checking out some creeps, and you have the coil. But with the Catapult coming in, they're not going to try and commit. I guess just the wave clear a little bit too strong from Rebel, so no options available.
I also think if they would have found a troll as, oh my goodness, Sweet and Strong, he's going to be able to
that's
pops
risky.
the ulti. That is okay. I think that the Ench is fine. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Rebel's just laughing at it, like, all right, do we really have to pause here, guys? Like, really?
He's going to go farm. He might actually just be dead. Maybe not. Rabel backs away. Oh, down super low, and they get the kill. But a clap not going to come out. I thought maybe no one would go in on that, but doesn't decide to. Interesting.
Probably for the best. If he had it like orbed over and coiled, like Gilgear's just there hunting Invis right now.
Yeah.
Could be a bit dangerous. Oh, that was great. That's an excellent way to start this game. Not the perfect first Mortimer's kisses, unfortunately.
Hey, he got a kill.
That's true, and he lived. So you know what? What more can you ask for? It's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe not the way you wanted it.
They ensured that she did not escape. That's for sure. You know, she can't go anywhere.
I like that. That's really good. Gets the D ward up there as well. Malady trying to stop it, but not going to happen. And both heroes playing around the vision in the dire jungle. Down bottom, V-Tune. Looks like he is going to start maybe changing things up a little bit now that Viper hits level 6. Already starting to head off to the jungle on this Terrorblade. Probably a right decision. Oh, and gets a Possess Mask too. Oh, what more could you want? Top. Goes now. And Coil down. Dragon Knight turn, wants to fight. They find one kill there onto the Death Prophet, and now Gilgear in further trouble will fall. So a really nice rotation comes out here with the level 6 on DK. And, you know, you compare that to HellRaisers not able to make a similar action onto the Terrible. In fact, V2 now moves forward. Limitless in trouble. He's going to get caught solo right there for the right clicks, and eventually they take him down. So NaVi coming in and looking great in this game one.
I think the lane setup of DK versus Tiny is just like way too good. I don't even know if there is a better offlaner. And like they picked the DK first. They picked the Tiny into this, right?
Yeah.
But you can't force out the DK. Even if the Ench isn't there, it's hard to. You have the Breathe Fire for the entire game. And Breathe Fire is one of the more unique damage modifiers because it accounts for the bonus damage too.
Right.
So Tiny as a hero is mostly base anyway, so it doesn't really matter because you're going to be stacking up all that huge damage. But you're going to be reducing all the plus damage that Tiny gets as well throughout the entire game by that 25%. And, you know, when that's also factored into things like the tree grab and everything, that's awesome. Like, it's a core component of how this hero functions.
Yeah, and losing this tower early on really hurts as well, as far as like the potential that you have on the Tiny to sort of farm safely, because it's a little bit more difficult, I think, for somebody to hold on to this lane with easy access into it, particularly with the DK. Although I guess, you know, doesn't have the Blink Dagger yet, so it might be a little bit before it can really start fully punishing that. But HellRaisers, despite being down 2K here, they still have some really strong sort of mid-game fighting potential. We'll see how it works out for them. Smoke up now. NaVi heading bottom.
I do love the pressure being put on from NaVi, though. Like that, I think they can kind of feel like, obviously that first fight went really well. They want to keep it up.
Coil used again. What more can they find? Rabel backs away, has Mortimer's Kisses, but does not want to drop it here. They could just run at him again. So they find the kill onto Gilgear. And again, NaVi, this is a team that had been sort of growing in strength for a little while now, and maybe finally being able to put some stuff together. Malady gets ran at. Good silence there onto 2, and will be able to stay alive. But again, actually almost went down there to the Enchantress. And they're keeping the pressure on. NaVi, they're not stopping.
Yeah, on the one hand, that was kind of good. There was only the Clockwork that went down. Pretty big smoke. Everyone was involved, but they're still able to transfer that to like a little bit of pressure on that mid tower. And HellRaisers, what is your response going to be? Like, I guess Watson tries to get Echo Saber and shows up. But Watson, of course, not known for showing up that often on heroes. You know, that's not necessarily his forte.
No, you're right. I mean, it's fair enough. I don't know.
He likes to farm. He likes to get pretty huge and then be a bit involved.
Right, which, again, I think it makes sense. You sort of maxing out this tree gap, going to run around with the Echo Saber. I have seen a couple of the other builds recently for Tinies that look pretty cool. The one recently that stood out to me was like the straight Moon Shard after the Shard, which is pretty cool. Gilgear, he's in trouble again. God, it has just not been his game so far. He's been the one left behind time and time again. Already going to be 4 deaths on this Clockwork.
It's the world's saddest story. You know, a tome that was never used.
No.
Flying sadly back home on that Baboon Courier. I could have been 6. I could have lived.
Could have made kills happen. Yeah, HellRaisers are definitely... I mean, what's interesting is that even though this kill score keeps on going up, they're keeping it somewhat even in terms of net worth. 2-7 on the kill score, though.
Yeah, and where is that all locked away? Why is it so close? I guess because the Snap had a really good lane. I mean, still actually ahead of no one, despite everything that's been going on here. It's pretty impressive. And Viper as well, you know, fairly fine, much like the DK. Both of the off lanes went quite nicely. Opting for the Dragon Lance first. I have seen a few Atos firsts lately. But wants a little bit more of the DPS to start.
Becoming that other core in this game. And you can see they're doing a good job right now on HellRaisers of defending this mid tower. They gave up top pretty easily, but do not want to leave mid open free for NaVi. But again, this is like the style of gameplay that NaVi want to take, right? You've got all these building hitters, and you expect this team to be a little bit ahead at this point.
They really need Gilgear to be 6. Like, he had the tome, and he's still not 6.
Yeah.
I feel like they're missing a good window where they can actually try and get a fight, like force a fight and go exorcism down a tower, while because they're very spread out from Navi right now. Like they're playing somewhat greedy, you know. The entirety of HellRaisers comes mid to defend their tower, and they can't turn that into any sort of pressured push by like attacking the one hero trying to defend the tower by using that hookshot, because it's still not available at 12.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And now he's sitting under a ward trying to farm this XP down here.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, no one's going to come on in. And I mean, this will reveal the wards, but... ooh, wait a minute. Did they actually keep him alive? Yeah, Melody makes the move down. So with the rotation over... Oh, no! Oh, God, what is happening? Oh, Gilgear. Able to dodge that orb, but does he get out of here alive? It looks like he will. TP's out. So they won't connect with that gank, but they do keep the Clockwork alive. And well, in the meantime, though, they rotate mid and get the tower.
And they just took that tower. DK and Ench run on in with the help of a Satyr, who then sacrificed. They take it. Now they're going to smoke up and try and link up with the team.
This is
by the looks of it here. That is quite the smoke.
Do they have anything afterwards? No blink yet on Shaman.
I guess they were hoping they'd stick around and try and grab no one. Like, see if they could make a pressure play happen down bottom. So this ends up being almost like a defensive movement in some sense. Hoping to try and turn attempt to gank on no one. But they'll realize that their smoke's popping, that they're not going to get a chance to use the Blink Daggers. But, hey, still got mid tower. Totally fine. No one farming towards a blink for himself there, too. So they'll have some great initiation to start things off here at the start of this game.
Yeah. And in the meantime, VTune just keeps up the AFK farming role. He is pretty ahead right now of the Tiny. I mean, it's still, what, I guess 1,200 gold separating the two position ones as, well, Solo drops down wards right on top of him. And now they move in with the rest of NaVi. So they will take down Gilgear. But they got the kill first onto the Shaman. Interesting.
I feel like both sides will kind of take that. Like the Clockwork didn't get the kill, at least it went to Limitless, and then he gets away, you sack the clock. You're just transferring some support gold over to some cores on both teams. It's a bit whatever.
Yeah.
Manta now done though for VTune. So ability to join in a little bit easier, less to worry about from Melody on the Death Prophet there. The potential silence when you're in one of those clutch moments.
Mm-hmm.
But NaVi, I think they should just be moving into this jungle, put up some wards, and then considering Roche, right?
Well, they found one. This is a good way to start it. Gilgear is going to be found and killed, most likely. A couple more punches. Yeah, they got him. Yeah, Roche definitely feels like it's one of the ways that they can go at this point, but Solo doesn't have wards for another 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. So that might be a limiting factor for him. We'll see.
Solo is baiting this sentry. Oh, that was so good that he didn't attack that sentry.
Well done. But now, afterwards, they're going to pop ulti. Ace gets out of there. Avalanche not out in time from
CD.
Watson. Oh, and he barely gets away.
Up top, no one on the run as well. Getting low. Crypt Swarm hits the raindrop, though.
Yeah. And lives through it afterwards.
Oh, no one's coming back.
Are they really going in on this? I mean, Rabel tries to back out. VTune's in the area as well. And another shot. Again, these 4 points in impetus doing a good chunk of damage to HellRaisers early on. So that is another exorcism used without an objective gained.
The objective is Watson finding farm because everyone's fighting.
Yeah,
that's the goal, and looking towards the Shadow Amulet and the Shadow Blade to try and move into this game in terms of being active, right? Once get involved. Obviously, Shadow Blade much easier to fit on several heroes these days, thanks to our lovely friend the Silver Edge.
right.
But in these kind of situations, I think it's a good idea to try and help out when you're feeling like you're a little bit behind. This game is not a 1K lead. I don't know. It's lying. The top is lying. Do not trust it, people. Okay, how is he so rich? I saw him at Watson for like 2 minutes. He was like the 6th core.
He just took like 2 or 3 stacks. Yeah.
Is this hero broken? Hold on.
Yes, a little bit.
Wait a second.
It's kind of insane.
Guys, Tiny might be good.
Like the thing that happened there was I was looking at it and he was building the Shadow Blade and I was like, is that really what he wants to go for? I feel like he would have wanted to get the shard first, but he like stopped off for the Blitz Knuckles as we're going to see the Death Prophet get brought down here. And then immediately goes back for the shard. Oh, Watson can't get caught here. Let's see. NaVi, they think that he's left, so they're just going to back out slowly. Yeah.
This is not okay, guys.
It's pretty crazy.
I can't believe he's going to catch V2. That is unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the reason why this hero gets banned out in the first phase a lot. Well, sometimes. It's sort of fallen by the wayside a little bit recently, but still so strong.
All right. Is Limitless dead, or does he live up top?
Do they blink right away? Oh, that's canceling TP. Yep, he's dead. And V-Tune able to even dodge the ulti coming out as well with the Manta. So nicely played. And do they go straight to Roche off of this? Or
That is the question. Do you just go tower or Roche? Oh, yeah, Grove Bow too?
Big.
Send them back home for the old DK, I assume?
Run into the clockwork yet again and dropping down wards. They also find the coil now into Melody, but the cookie comes out. Will get a little bit of separation.
Sweet Strong puts out a sentry, and there's just an Invis Tiny under him.
Oh, Watson, he's caught. They don't have any way to break this. They're just going to pop ulti right now, try and take down Watson. Will it be enough, though? It doesn't look like it. So absolute destruction in the mid lane.
He finally shows up. He's 0-1-0.
Oh,
His first press of the Shadow Blade, and he's discovered.
yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts a lot.
Sweet and Strong is the investigator, you know? He's looking for that paranormal activity. He could sense something in the air.
Yeah.
And it was a big rock man.
Dude. I mean, that's tough. That's a really hard one there.
That's the pub classic, dude. Your Carrie finally shows up. It's a drow. She finally wants to fight, so she buys a Shadow Blade, and she just dies in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, they see it immediately. Take out that sentry afterwards. And they don't even get an observer ward off of it. I mean, again, I think that this is like not all is lost. NaVi haven't been able to go on in and take Roche yet, but this is starting to look a little bit spooky as the gold lead will be built up a little bit more off the back of that fight.
He's trying again.
Okay. Watson. Will he find anybody? Oh, they're going to go and steal Roche. Oh, that's really cool.
You know what? This is deserved. If they get this, well done. NaVi are running away. They're anticipating a smoke. They are losing Roche right now. It is gone.
Dude,
amazing
that's so smart.
Oh,
really
what a punish,
well
NaVi. You got greedy. You waited so long to take Roche. They just want to keep on fighting.
Jeez. That is huge.
Was it a bad Roche take for them? I mean, I know it's clockwork, and you're going to get flared.
Right.
I felt like they could stand it. I felt like that they had a couple opportunities there to just take that Aegis, and I think they just got greedy.
Yeah, I think the maybe again it's like they were sort of cycling their ultis in a way, right? Like they would drop wards for a kill, they would drop metamorphosis for a kill, and then they weren't like getting that extra objective after popping it. And then last fight, Meta was down.
Yeah, I think that kill on Limitless was their move. I think they should just like ram pit there.
Unfortunate stuff, but we'll be able to find Rabel again, just dropping the wards down. I mean, if you get the kills, who cares? As Gilgear now right on top of him. Good chunk of damage onto this Shaman, so 1 for 1 again, but the one that died was actually going to turn into 2 now, as they find a kill onto Gilgear as well. So, in spite of losing Roche, NaVi's still the team that's very strong at this point.
And he gave Solo the catapult too, which, you know, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Watson, he actually finishes his TP, but they don't know. Bye-bye.
Okay, no one dead. And can they find any more afterwards? Limitless wants to chase here. These wards are going to expire pretty soon. They actually throw the tree to get the slowdown first, but I don't know if they quite have enough to chase them down here. Run off to the side. V-Tune thinking about turning and going right into this one. And he pops Meta. Now turns the fight. Avalanche. Sick. Do they have toss afterwards? Can they break him? Can they kill him? They're looking for it. Oh, the shard. They jump through. They get the cookie. They need more damage, but it's not quite there. And the toss finally comes out. They will get the kill. V-Tune fallen. And NaVi lose a couple heroes and might lose some more. Gilgear's back in as well. Has battery assault going. Can't quite get into range of Solo, but the cookie forward will eventually clean up. What a huge win there for HellRaisers.
Oh, down bottom though, Watson gonna see Sweet Strong as well. Still has a Force Staff. Oh, gonna get out of there. Oh, but wait, the cutoff. The pig pulling from Gilgear.
And they're ready to go. Sweet Strong just trying to escape. Dude, Edge is so annoying, but eventually I think they'll be able to get her. No, they can't actually, but no, they get the kill.
It should make the tree fly slower as well.
I
Should
like
it
that.
just be like the oh god. All right, VTune and Watson, the two carry players, they're getting all the gold and they are making some pretty wild plays, I have to admit. That was sick. I wish that worked out for VTune's sake, just because that would have been highlight reel worthy.
Right.
To become the raid boss and run into 5 heroes, but for the betterment of all of our games, it's probably good that didn't work out well.
I mean, he didn't have BKB. Like, I guess Snap had died, so they felt like it was going to be fine. That might have been the Blink reveal too, potentially. I'm not sure. But regardless, I mean, now we're back to about even again. After what was looking like a setup for a dominant reign for NaVi, and now potentially going to go on in for a tier 2 tower down bottom.
And remember, they were forcing that with an Aegis still being in play there as well. Plus, no one had just been blown up first thing.
Right.
So, lots of issues with those fights. Tower is just falling so quickly at this point in the game. They can easily swing mid here if they want to as well. I would say that, like, if they haven't gotten mid near the end of this Aegis, you just send in Watson and have him 2-shot that tower.
Right.
The ghosts are still going. Melody's just going to get it now.
It goes down pretty quickly there. And it looks like they want to keep the fight going. Again, this timing, very interesting. They drop down the sentry right away and they spot him. Watson there, wants to hit, wants to break, can't get no one, can't find anybody. Even the stomp comes out to slow him down. Field gear? He had hook shot, but not going to go for it. So they force NaVi out of their jungle, but weren't able to connect on the kill.
Alrighty, well, we got ourselves a game now. Some concerns of NaVi running away with it if they had kept up the snowballing momentum and like the control of the map that they had, but they sort of missed out on that first timing. This Aegis will be expiring soon, which will probably stall this game out a little bit. I imagine that both teams are going to wait for that Roche, so all thoughts now lie on essentially that next Roche and what sort of power spikes we're going to have by then. And the question is, what will we have? Probably a Kaya Sange done from no one by then, so less likely to get blown up in a single combo, which would be pretty important, so you can actually participate in the fights. Sweet and Strong not going to be scaling all that much into those engagements, kind of missing out at this point on a lot of those power spikes. Best thing you can do is maybe get a Harpy for that fight if you have one prepped nearby somehow. But obviously it's Ench, so that's pretty difficult.
Yeah, you have a good period of time there when you take over the creeps, but it will be a tough one potentially to watch. Actually only has 2 points in enchant right now, so it doesn't even have that full 2 minutes that you can get with the level 4.
We have the Hammer Time camera going here as
Watson
Watson has a DD rune ready.
I gotta keep my eye on that. I heard that he was doing some extra stuff there to make sure I don't get caught unawares by that. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of minutes here with the BKBs being the other big thing that will come out. Right now, VTune does have the Mithril Hammer purchased. He's queued up also the Chrysalis, but I have a feeling that Terrorblade just going to want to finish off the BKB to sort of make sure that he can stand tall in the fights.
Yeah, he just got because he went for the Manta early and then he just got straight up silence and then chained into some stuns and everything and couldn't really play that fight, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tiny going for the BKB as well. And more PC issues. HellRaisers trying to sort it all out. They have BKB done on Snapfire, almost level 3 ulti, but I wonder if they even want to try and come and defend this tower. It's a little bit tough, right?
Yeah. You know what? They're looking at NaVi and they're just like, guys, what if we just all buy BKBs? Like, Melody's going to get one too, because what do they do if you BKB? Terrorblade hits you, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of your only concern. I mean, DK packs a little bit of a punch, and it'll get a little bit better with the eggs, but overall, BKB is incredibly strong. I wonder if this will impact no one, because has he committed to the Sange yet? Oh, he bought the Belt of Strength.
Yeah. He also, I mean, he has the Ogre X too. Yeah, he's pretty much committed at this point.
And you don't have those answers anymore, right? I was literally about to be like, well, he could just go for the eggs, and then my brain's like, wait a second, Trent.
Yeah,
you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know it's a problem. I guess the biggest thing is, like, again, trying to get up the levels so you can get to that 25. But I mean, obviously that's super far away, and you need to get there by finding these kills. Now, the Roche fight, I think, for NaVi, you're probably hoping for an early one before the BKBs come out on HellRaisers, and that's like the main hope that you got. But I don't think it's gonna. I mean, it's 2 minutes away at least, and they already have one of them.
So what am I supposed to do versus BKBs now as Puck? Do I have to buy like a scythe or something?
Yeah, I don't know. You just get sad.
Well, I don't like that at all.
You kite them out, right? I guess that's the only thing.
I haven't played Puck since that patch.
I haven't played Puck in like years, man. It's a terrible.
Puck's a great hero. If you guys are ever scared of playing the heroes that are known as like hard, Puck's a great opener. I still have a 30% win rate on Puck because when I first started playing Dota, I was like, well, this hero looks cool. And I was winning so many games on Jug, and I was like, oh, I can just pick up any hero and be this good.
Right.
No.
Not so much.
It was a bit rough.
Yeah,
but,
see, I did that with Invoker. It was,
yeah,
it was another one
nice.
of those.
That's a good one.
I mean, I think there is something in like the sort of Dota player's mind that makes you want to take on a challenge and overcome it, right? As opposed to just like having fun and doing things. Oh, look at the little smileys. The smiley courier, he's happy.
As opposed to having fun. That was the most
Right.
Dota player thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I was going to go home and play video games, but instead I played Dota and didn't have fun.
You can have fun. It's just it's like rediscovering in your mind what the concept of fun truly is.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like intramurals after junior high or something. It's just, blood, sweat, and tears. That's Dota.
It's being in pain and then slowly losing. That's what it is. Yeah? No? Okay.
I mean, the highs are the greatest highs. That's the problem with Dota. It's too good.
True. Well, speaking of greatest highs, that's where NaVi was. And now if you look at that graph that we just saw there, it's starting to drop down to into the favor of HellRaisers a little bit. And a DD from Watson now. Does anybody show up? Anybody that comes near him is just dead. That hero, quarry to settle. Is that a pun?
Yeah, it is.
Because it's supposed to be
rock
quarrel. Well, it's
Yeah.
quarrel, right? Okay.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Still
All
counts
right.
as a pun.
I'm with it.
He's
I like
punny,
it.
He's a pretty punny guy.
Nice. Well, yeah. Okay, we'll leave it at that. They're just backing out again. They do get the BKB done on Terrorblade now too. Is that what 5 BKBs across the game?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Soon to be
nutty.
more.
If Malady can get one, that would be huge. The Ghost
Let's say we
Scepter
only
already
got
done.
4 completed so far, because I think we're still waiting on Watson.
Times. Okay.
But it is very close, and we'll find out that time in about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
But as anticipated, things just mad chilling for now. Taking some damage. Well, no damage actually, but creeps in their high ground on the bottom lane.
Right.
Could be scary with a tiny, but they don't seem too concerned right now on NaVi.
And they do have the Harpy Scout as well. Not much time left on this one to stay alive, though. And that is the one downside of the Ench, not being able to have the complete vision. But Rocket Flare scouts out that they're in the area. Tier 2 tower will be glyphed. And with very little HP left, are they really going to come and fight this?
Dude, Limitless, you're crazy.
Oh.
He tried to deny it.
The rest of the team coming in afterwards, but he is in some trouble. Hook shot interrupted by the creep wave. A disarm before BKB, though. They got it there onto the TB. Doesn't have enough damage after the fact. Trying to make full use of this one, and Malady Ghost Scepter stays alive, but a breathe fire to finish it off. And now Watson looking for the chase down, wants to find somebody. B-Tune right there at the start. Gilgear up on top of him as well, but now no one goes back into it. There's going to be the Sunder. Avalanche, how much extra damage do they have in the tank from the Tiny? Looking to finish him off. They jump in, toss up in the air, and the finish. Rabel ends it in the end. They get that kill.
And then no one escapes with 2 gems.
Yeah, that's nuts. So, buyback, Shaman, and DP.
That was like the most condensed fight. They were in like the tiniest area. There was like no movement or mobility for that entire engagement.
Right.
Everyone's BKB just pops. The trade is fairly even. I guess the real question is who gets back to Roche first, because it is up and available now.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be the big thing to watch for. And vision-wise, NaVi do have one up on the high ground that's over the top of the Roche pit. It feels like they're going to have a little bit better control of the map right now. But that obviously could change if, HellRaisers move out onto the map as well and start pushing these things out.
Man, that was a crazy fight to take.
Yeah.
To just
Especially
send it
Limitless
like that. I mean, to be fair, you still do a lot of damage even when you're dying as Viper. Like the damage output was actually still pretty high from Limitless in that engagement, just by getting off some spells and being attacked. So there's that.
Yeah. Well, and getting the halberd off. I mean, that was
Yeah.
in a way the biggest thing that he did in that fight was, die slow and make sure that he got the halberd before BKB.
No one. Blink's right next to Gilgear. Has to haste out of there. Oh wow, we gotta pick up some neutrals. They still got one left. There's still 3 left from NaVi.
Smoke up. They saw that, I think. They're just outside of vision. Do they get a ward up on the high ground? Oh, they're wrapping. Oh, but they actually are able to skirt right by the Enchantress, so no one is going to think he's safe here, but I think that they catch him. Jump in, hook shot, got him caught, looking for the kill, and it's enough. Oh, that's a big kill, and that is right into Roche.
Ghost in 3. Do they even bother? Yeah, they're just going to ghost. Might as well. All right, no one. Are you buying back? Are we coming in?
Oh, they are. They're not going to get here in time. They're not going to get here in time.
All right, DK's ready to go in,
wants
though.
to go in.
Throw
They're
the
looking
fireball.
for the jump in. He's there, right on top. Avalanche trying to get it down. Roche,
He's
able to snatch the Aegis. BKB in response, and now DP in trouble. She's going to die. Watson wants to fight, but there's nowhere left to go. They get destroyed in the pit. Unreal.
Let's go. That was a sweet snatch.
Oh, man. Dude, that's huge, right? Like, imagine how different that fight looks if Rabel's able to get a stun off instead of it being Tiny Avalanche that you could BKB through. Oh, that hurts. That has got to hurt for HellRaisers. And now...
I don't know. They're just in there. The ghosts are flying, but the power of the BKB and just the confidence of Lays to just jump in there and actually get the Aegis. Plus, the Breathe Fire was also going through a lot of that too. Like I think Tiny died in BKB. Like he just used it right at the end. So like hard for him to try and make any sort of like turning damage. And they were all pretty clumped up in there. So
yeah,
good initial kill onto no one. But I think the fact that they also weren't able to get V-Tune really hurting them. They were so close to getting the Terrorblade instead.
Man, that's one of those that, it's going to come back to haunt him. And I mean, what's crazy again is that the gold lead is still very minimal. And I don't think that I can overestimate how much damage Tiny does to structures if HellRaisers manage to win a fight. So it's a big win for NaVi for sure, getting this Aegis onto DK. But at the same time, I don't think HellRaisers are out of it.
No, 100% not. Like, I think that NaVi actually needed that fight, or I think they probably lose. Like, if they come to the high ground again with the Aegis, a bonus shard. Oh, actually, what happened to the shard?
I'm not sure. So Shaman has one now. They also have one on Viper. I think that they might have gotten it on NaVi and then given it to Shaman, but I'm not sure about that.
Classic.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, I think they actually just needed that straight up on NaVi, or this game gets really, really, really hard. I think HellRaisers are kind of fine because NaVi are currently experiencing the old vacuum of the illusion carry, where all of the gold is funneling like a black hole towards V-Tune, and everyone else struggles a little bit to keep up. And Snap and Tiny will continue. And, you hit those bigger talents on Snapfire, you get some pretty big DPS going. Already has the little shredder used to your attack damage.
BKB, Limitless out. Nice, they got him right away. Gets the break. Watson finds one, gets the kill. Can they get any more? Sweden Strong off to the side. They have the Snapfire ultimate coming in. Gets the break, but no follow-up there. And Watson getting slowed for a moment. Does have BKBs hanging on to it. Jumps forward, blows him up onto one. And now no one trying to go in and mess around with Watson a little bit more. Slowed down by the Scotty. Has Invis in a second, but it won't be a second too soon. They managed to back out of there, but they did burn through the Aegis still. A huge win for NaVi and another fight where HellRaisers, it just doesn't start the way they needed to.
Just please don't go on the edge. Just do anything else this Tiny. I know, you have break. It's great. But it took him so long to make the initial hit with the break. He still didn't kill him.
Yeah.
He just walked away.
Sweden Strong has been playing really well this game, it feels like.
I feel like they were so ready for this tiny pick with the Ench and the DK opener that it just completely ruined this game. Like, they need a good start. Oh, V2? Oh,
yeah. Gets it out of there in time. They tried to combo it together. Now round 2 of this, though. V2's stuck. Can he get out of there? Down low. Gilgear running in. They want
need
this
this
kill so desperately, but it's not going to happen. They managed to turn it with the stun, and in fact, they even kill off Rabel. No one just came on in and sniped him. The absolute menace of no one on this puck. And will he manage to escape from that one?
Come on,
barely getting away, dude. No one is so good.
Wait, no!
Oh, man.
He was so close.
And now they go back in again, and now Limitless is dead. Dude, how quickly, ever since that Roche fight, like, it looks like it almost broke him there.
That was nice.
NaVi, what a great performance from them in this game.
Yeah, they backed out, and then they just popped the Nature's Attendants and healed up V2 and then, like, run back in while no one is pulling them all over to the eastern side there.
Yeah. They're doing a good job of fighting around the chaos that's being created.
Yeah, for HellRaisers, enabling their Tiny is the key. He just hasn't been able to do anything.
Yeah.
Since, like, essentially since that one time they actually, like, won the Roche fight, since then, Watson has really struggled to output any damage, any meaningful damage in these engagements.
Well, they find the Death Prophet again up on the high ground, and the Ghost Scepter will not be enough to keep her safe. Hex is out and eventually gonna die. The wards are dropped. NaVi, they have come up with all the answers in this game at number 1, and HellRaisers, they've been lacking. This is a tough one for them. DD on V2, and I think that's it. Unbelievable performance from NaVi as they look to close this one out, and HellRaisers maybe one last grasp at this one. See what they can do. They immediately find it with the stun. The coil on the other side gets onto Watson. The Hex is there. Limitless dead. Rabel, nowhere left to go. They buy back again. Now the hook shot looks for a turn here. Can they take down V2? Ulti, everything dropped. They turn it back around, and Watson, do they have enough damage to kill him off? They will. They take down V2. Doesn't have buyback, actually, but so many creeps in the base, so much damage. Sweet Strong, the Enchantress. It does too much damage. They run it again. Why not? Keep going for more. Oh, the Hurricane Pike push away, trying to finish him off. A couple more kills. They bought back on Rabel too, and they finally take down the Shaman. So Exorcism, everything with the kitchen sink dropped. And they actually hold on.
Yeah, Solo bought back and sold for Boots of Travel to get back into that fight, I believe.
What in the hell?
Unless he had them already, I'm not sure. But he made it all the way back for that one. And I mean, here's the thing: is like Rebel's huge. Like you can see the damage. He gets a stun off with the the initial shard, and then just starts laying into them with MKB damage, almost to level 25 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big turn if they can get it. Again, like, I just find it so hard to believe that with the type of lineup that NaVi has, they buy back.
For it.
I mean, again, with the type of lineup that NaVi has, they can end the game so quickly. But, I mean, there's maybe a chance here. You've got, what, 60 seconds on Puck? They have no DD on Tiny.
It's
Gilgear,
Gilgear, dude.
AC yet.
Gilgear needs to be huge. He needs to do some crazy overclock plays.
All right, they move on in. They get the buyback on the edge. They've got one last grasp here for HellRaisers. Tier 3 towers taken. You got to go all the way in, all in on this one. Terrorblade back up in 2 seconds. They jump in, looking for the stun, able to control into Watson. Goes invis for a moment, but now Terrorblade showing up. Watson is so low. The hook shot is there. And the rest of HellRaisers, they decide that they want to run away, maybe go for a second round of this. In the meantime, the Ancient is still being hit. Melody's holding on for all she's worth on this Death Prophet, but the jump forward, the stun is there. Limitless gonna be found. B-Tune punches away and gets the kill. A buyback now in the Clockwork. Creep still hitting the throne. Can they go for any type of a backdoor play or anything? It doesn't look like it. Oh, God.
Just running the creeps around.
Yeah, you can't kill him. Rabel comes back in.
Watson has to try and grab the waves. That's like their only hope, right? They need to like flare all the waves. Oh, but they have the Harpy there too. Oh, it's the Stormcrafter. Okay, we're good. It's not the Scout.
I know. God, what a! I mean, they're trying everything that they've got. Like you can see, Watson wants to get like the next tier of items too. They don't even have tier 4s yet for either team actually. But in the meantime, building's gonna be sieged, and I think that NaVi
There's
I mean,
still creeps in the base.
yeah, they're. I mean, surely they can just go in now. They've got Shaman wards. Drop them down. They pop Exorcism, hoping to hold on, but V-Tune turns, ready to punch. They do have the glyph, and they jump in, not able to get that stun off, though. V-Tune, he's too large, too in charge. They bring him down, and GG is eventually going to be called. So HellRaisers is going to lose game number 1, but NaVi able to come back from what was looking like a little bit of a stutter in the midst of the game and pull it back into their favor. Really impressive performance.
Yeah, held very strong in the face of a little bit of adversity as HellRaisers win a couple of fights and start looking like they might crawl their way back into this one. But they really struggled to get much out of their Tiny, and that's not even like Watson as a player at all. It's just like the way that NaVi, of course, played around it. You know, like constantly forcing Sweden Strong into position where it was essentially Tiny, Ench, and then the rest of the team. And so he almost felt forced to try and deal with this Ench, but that's just a hero that he can't move by. I don't know. He needed to find some other option there, and the vision was always there too to ensure that he couldn't sneak in with the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, it's true. Those sentry wards placed down like were the sort of combo breakers in there that stopped the action from coming in. Again, I thought there were multiple points here where HellRaisers had a chance and it just didn't end up all working out. And I think that it's on NaVi to be like, hey, they made some really sick moves. Any standout performers for you as far as like either team that you felt like really did a solid job in this one?
I think no one's like, classic puck plays, like going in the base, catching Rebel like that. Very impressive near the end. But I think the foundation of this game is just the off-lane duo, Sweden Strong and Lace. The way that we saw the Tiny's amazing recovery in the mid-game where he went from being like the 6th core on the list to right up there with Terrorblade. But imagine if he hadn't started as 6th. Let's say, he just had a good lane. He could have been the big core. But they completely shut him down. NaVi came in with a plan. They gave away the Tiny. You said, a lot of teams banning the first phase. They opted not to because they were ready for them to see that DP Tiny, two of the most powerful heroes of the patch. Predictable picks from the opponent. And they had a plan ready that worked masterfully.
Well, masterfully done indeed for NaVi, and we're going to have to see what they come up with in game number 2. For now, we're going to go to a quick break. Actually, a little bit of a longer one while we wait for the teams to recover from that first game, and we'll see if possibly HellRaisers can come up with any other solutions for game number 2 right around the corner. See you guys in a bit.